the reality check videos are not there in YouTube, to be very honest. It's really good that Nitin is making all these videos. At least people are getting a reality check what exactly happens on.
Audio Jungle.
Hello guys, welcome back to Indian Aviation Jobs YouTube channel. This is the second episode of App Talk Aviation Talks episode 2, and today here with me is Manisha Karmakar, one of my dear friend and also an ex-employee of SpiceJet who was working into ground staff as a customer service, and now she is working on a cruise ship. तो आज मैं मनीषा से बात करूंगा कि उसकी जर्नी कैसे रही एविएशन से क्रूज तक की, और उसके बाद में लड़कियों के प्रोस्पेक्टिव से ये क्रूज इंडस्ट्री कैसी है। तो मैं मनीषा से ही पूछना चाहूंगा। तो मनीषा, प्लीज टेल मी अबाउट योर एक्सपीरियंस, टेल माय व्यूअर्स योर एक्सपीरियंस अबाउट क्रूज एंड एविएशन both, and tell us about yourself and your journey.
So hello everyone. As Nitin said, I started my career with airline. I was working as a commercial staff with SpiceJet. Later on, I shifted to cruise ship and then working there. Like now, I'm working there since 2018. So it's not that old, but then yes, 2 3 years almost.
So Manisha, tell me, you, as you said, you were working in customer service in SpiceJet, and then how come you got into security department, that too on a cruise line? मतलब क्या कोई requirement नहीं होती है कि आपको security background से होना चाहिए, या फिर क्या है? Please tell me.
So to answer this question for me, if I'm talking about me, my experience was like I had little bit of idea about security procedure. Like when I was working in SpiceJet, we already knew what is the basic operation of a security staff at the airport. So according to that, I just did my own little bit of research, tried. Gaining a little bit of knowledge, like the basic knowledge from Google and other places, and then I just tried. So and if you talk about certificates, then yes, certificates are required, but it's not that mandatory. So basically, when I applied, I had no certificates for cruise ship. So I just prepared myself for the interview. I just went for the interview. I got selected. After I got selected, I did my SDCW course. I applied for CDC. Basically, I had no certificates for security. I did it afterwards. And then once I was selected, company also sent us for security training. That's like different companies send you for different trainings. For my training, it was in Philippines. So yeah, that's how it worked for me.
Okay, so basically you are trying to say that you got selected in cruise, that too
Yeah.
without having the proper security background, on just the basis of knowledge that you had or you gained just because you wanted to get into this industry, you got
Right.
selected.
Right, you can say that because before my interview, I just did little bit of research. I had some friends from airline security, so I definitely asked them for helping for documents. They shared a few of security documents like basic secure. What is this? Have a valid screener certificate, which definitely I was not having. So I just asked my friends to help me with the security information, and then with that only I just applied.
Great. So Manisha, okay. So let's suppose you had interest, you wanted to get into cruise industry, sorry. So आपको पता
Right.
कैसे चला, हाउ डिड यू गेट टू नो विद दैट कि यहाँ पे रिक्रूटमेंट चल रही है, मुझे यहाँ अप्लाई करना चाहिए? और अगर कोई एस्पिरेंट्स हैं, उनको अगर इसमें इंटरेस्ट है, तो उनको किस
Hmm.
तरीके से पता चलेगा कि यहाँ पे रिक्रूटमेंट हो रही है? एंड वन मोर थिंग टू नोटिस दैट अभी कोविड के टाइम पे तो वी ऑल नो दैट देर आर नो क्रूजिंग इज गोइंग ऑन, बट मे बी ये वीडियो का अगर कोई 2021, 22, 23 में देखता है, उसके लिए व्हाट टिप्स
Right.
यू वुड लाइक टू गिव, जिससे कि वो स्कैम में ना फंस पाए और वो सक्सेसफुली उनको जॉब भी मिल जाए, और इसके बारे में टेल अस समथिंग।
All right. First thing, अवॉइड फेसबुक के। फेसबुक में काफ़ी सारे स्कैम वाले पोस्ट रहते हैं, कॉन्टैक्ट दिस पर्सन, व्हाट्सएप योर सीवी, मेल योर सीवी इन सो एंड सो, मेल आईडी और व्हाटएवर, वी विल गिव यू अ जॉब। वो फेसबुक में काफ़ी सारे स्कैमर्स रहते हैं, जस्ट अवॉइड दैट। स्ट्रेट अवे प्रोबेबली नितिन वी कैन जस्ट लिंक द agencies below in the description, maybe. Yeah, and so you can follow those links. There are CSSI companies there. You can follow Airborne. There is Helion International. There's Kamakshi. Then B ships. There are many companies who are authorized agency. So basically, cruise industry doesn't hire directly. You have to go through agency, but it has to be a verified agency जो कि actual में registered है वो company के साथ, and they are eligible to give your contract, do your procedure. It's not that आप किधर से भी कर दो, they will just talk to and talk to that company, आप वहाँ से आपका fake interview arrange करवा दें and हो जाए. It's not that. So basically आपको proper verified agency से ही जाना पड़ेगा. Okay, if you want to apply for any cruise line, particular cruise line, like suppose apply for I want to apply for Disney or whatever cruise line, to go with agency because I'll give you example. So what happened is, I applied for Disney Cruise Line directly on their website. So Disney का जो website है, मैंने उनके वहाँ पे जाके वहाँ पे CV upload करके वहाँ से direct apply किया था. But that application was redirected to Airborne because Airborne Consultancy is one consultancy जो डिज्नी के लिए पूरे इंडिया में हायरिंग करता है. सो बेसिकली वैसा एक कैटेगरी है. अभी कार्निवल का कैसा है, कार्निवल इज लुकिंग फॉर CSSI. आई मीन CSSI इज डूइंग ऑल द प्रोसीजर फॉर कार्निवल क्रूज लाइन. देन RCCL के लिए वी शिप्स करता है. वैसे पर्टिकुलर उनका अलग अलग कंपनी का अलग अलग है. यू कैन फॉलो इट लाइक जहाँ पे भी आपको सोचना
V-Ships, RCCL is being looked after V-Ships and Hirain as well. So both are looking. So okay. So tell me, after getting selected, what were the courses that you had to do,
Okay,
and
so
what were the documents that you had to procure?
first thing you need Indian CDC, which is very much mandatory. People apply for Bermuda CDC and all, but I don't have Bermuda CDC yet. I'm only sailing on my Indian CDC. After I was selected, the first thing I did was 5 courses of STCW, which is mandatory requirement for any seafarer. So as soon as you get selected, just try completing your STCW courses as soon as possible. And after that apply for your Indian CDC, क्योंकि आप जब course complete करोगे, after that only you can apply for Indian CDC. To apply that Indian CDC, you have to have those 5 certificates. And after that, basically I did the security training which was provided by the company, and that's it. No other documents. And now yes, you can also apply for SID, which is another kind of seafarer identification document, which is like PAN card kind of a thing, but it is it looks like PAN card, but it is basically your seafarer's ID card. So you can apply for that as well.
So Manisha, tell us that how is the environment on ship? मतलब क्रूज शिप पे फीमेल एम्प्लॉइज के लिए फीमेल अगर कोई देख रही है, कोई जो फीमेल एस्पिरेंट है, whether she wants to join as chef, photographer,
Right.
waiter, store, security, customer service, wherever she wants to join, कोई लड़की है तो उसके लिए एक लड़की होना मतलब कितना बेनिफिट या फिर आपको कितना डिसएडवांटेज देता है टू वर्क ऑन अ क्रूज शिप, एंड लाइफ कैसी है? हमको 6 महीना 9 महीना एक लड़की घर से अकेले जाके इतने सारे स्ट्रेंजर के बीच में रहती है. सो टेल अस हाउ वाज योर एक्सपीरियंस?
So if you compare it with aviation life, I would say if you have worked in airport, if you have worked with airlines, you are already very much aware about open-minded culture. So it is the same in cruise line. There is no much difference. Yes, people say that it's cruise industry is not safe for females and etc etc. So I would say it's not that. I mean, it's up to you how you want to be. If you want to do anything wrong on board, you can definitely do it. If you want to keep your journey sweet and simple, just work and enjoy, you can definitely do that. It's up to you how you want to be. It's not that females के लिए अलग है, males के लिए अलग है. And second thing, I would say ऐसा कुछ है नहीं दैट फीमेल्स के लिए वहाँ पे कुछ डिसएडवांटेज है. डेफिनेटली सम पीपल गेट होम सिक बिकॉज आप लिटरली 7-8 months मतलब काफ़ी दूर रहते हो एंड ऑन बोर्ड आपको इंटरनेट फैसिलिटी उतना अच्छा नहीं है. आई मीन यू लिटरली हैव टू थिंक. एम भी आप देखते हो तो आपको सारे, आप अगर एम परचेज करते हो तो उसमें आपको सारे आपका फ़ोन नोटिफिकेशन ऑफ करके रखना है एंड देन यू जस्ट हैव टू ओपन वन और उसी पे सिर्फ सेटिंग्स के हिसाब से आपको, क्योंकि आपको आपका एम सेव करना है. इट्स वे टू कॉस्टली ऑन बोर्ड आपका इंटरनेट. एंड आप अगर नॉर्मल फ्री वाला लेते हो उसमें आपका इंटरनेट प्रॉपर चलता नहीं है. यू कांट रियली कॉल और यू कैन जस्ट टेक्स्ट. तो बेसिकली वो थोड़ा डिफिकल्ट हो जाता है. यू गेट होम सिक नो डाउट. And especially for a fresher like me, being from non-background, first 2-3 months is really crucial. There was a time that I had given up and I was like, sorry, I can't do this anymore. And I even thought that I'll put resignation on board within 2 months, and then I thought, let's go back home. But then again, like some of my friends were like, Manisha, this happens, you are just new to this business, just get into it. So yes, you have to be mentally very strong. If you ask me that if you should apply or no, see, clear cut question answer will be that yes, go ahead and apply. But if you are applying, make sure you're mentally already strong enough to handle things, as in your working culture. You don't have off on board, so you literally have to work every day and you have to mentally be very strong. Honestly speaking, it's not that you, yes, when I joined I did my own part of research online. I did enough of research but I didn't find anything much informative there. It was all basic. The reality check videos are not there in YouTube, to be very honest. It's really good that Nitin is making all these videos. At least people are getting a reality check what exactly happens on road. Uh, but there is a positive part. People say that yes, you get to travel, you get to see the world, etc., etc. Yes, it is there, but you have to be mentally very, very, very strong. That's all I would say.
So let's counter your this part with the another juicy part, which is salary. So people say who are working on cruise ship, they get a lot of money. How true is that? And actually, how much a cruise ship employee earns per month? And how much is the total after you finish a contract? And what are the perks to work on a cruise ship?
Okay, so every cruise line has their payroll. So basically, it's not that cruise industry is paying all same. Company to company, it is different. So if I talk about my company, for FNB, you can easily earn up to 500, $800 on board. Plus you get your tips. That is the minimum you can earn. Then like if you literally save your money, then you can save easily. It's just that you have to buy your internet. If you are not shopaholic like me, you can easily save. There is nothing as such. So yes, I mean even I save a lot of money. And yes, you can say that for security, I would say security, if you count in Australian dollars, starting was something around 1400 Australian dollars, and in US dollars it was somewhat around 1100 1200 US dollars for security. And depending on the company it is different. Like RCL pays little better than other cruise line, like Carnival is little less than RCL. So basically there's little bit of difference in company to company, but in average you can count it, you will minimum earn like 1000 USD per month. And then on board your living expenses are none. You can, like your living expenses, eating expenses, all those are just nothing. So whenever you go out, if you want to have something, some Indian food or something, those are little costly outside. So you can keep like $100 per month aside for all those your expenses, and then you can just keep some dollars for your internet and some other shopping. That's it. There's no other expenses.
So Manisha, I want to ask that how is your overall experience on a ship? जब आप वहाँ पे काम करते हो तो इसको आप कैसे रेट करोगे? लोगों को किस तरीके से रेकमेंड करोगे और करोगे भी कि नहीं करोगे? एंड स्पेशली फीमेल्स.
Okay. Uh, it's definitely, if you ask about me, for me, it has been a great journey. Um, want to explore more. Definitely, there are places that you cannot think of going by your own. Like if you
Correct.
really want to travel, it involves many other factors, your financial, your leaves, many other factors. Cruise industry is one industry. It literally gives you the opportunity to, I understand it's like limited time, you have 2 3 hours and then you just go and you come back. So yes, that too, depending on your shift. If you're doing a day shift, then definitely it's a big no no. You have to be at the gangway doing your job, daily job. But then there is also a rotational off. If you are working on a day shift, you get rotational time off. It's not off, it's time off. Basically you get 4 5 hours, 3 hours, depending on the need. They give you all time off and then you can just go out, explore, come back. So basically it has been a great journey for me. Work is way too much than you would expect on land. Until you experience cruise life, you can't really say that I can handle cruise life, because it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, but at the same time you get the time to explore, so you are happy exploring places. You are happy exploring on your night of, like, people who likes to go for parties and all, they can easily go to the crew bar. And in crew bar you can literally have, there are many functions, like, so there are many functions on board, which they organize for crew. And crew usually goes, attends and enjoys. So yes, I mean, you can have fun from that. It's not that it's too bad, but yes, it is awesome if you can handle the work pressure. That's the only thing.
And one second last question. Sorry, last question, that which are the countries that you have been to and which are the countries is in your wish list? Which are the countries you have been already?
So if you ask about my wish list, that's huge. That's never ending. So I wouldn't go on that. But yes, I have visited till now is Indonesia, Singapore, Indonesia, Singapore, then New Zealand, Australia. Definitely Australia is almost all done. There are many places which I wasn't even aware about, that there was this place near Australia. So yes, I've sailed throughout Australia. PNG, that's a small island near to Australia and New Zealand.
Correct, correct, correct. So, thank you so much, Manisha, for giving us time. So, guys, this was the App Talk episode 2 with Manisha. If you have any questions, please do ask in the comment section. If you find this piece of information, useful, please like this video. If you haven't subscribed the channel, please subscribe. More such videos will keep coming for you. So, thank you so much for the day.
Thank you for inviting, Nitin.